Hello, hello. Welcome to Chatter 15 Minutes of Fame. I am your host, Claron Sharif, and with my co host, Danielle Ward.
Good morning. Good morning on this distinguished Sunday.
Yes, a very calm Sunday we have. So today's topic is Acting Up. It's part of our series, Acting Up. Who are you really? So I think that well, who are we as actors is what I'm saying. So sometimes I think people assume that we are our characters when we're not acting. Yeah. Some people, not all people, but some. Uh, we are everyday people, just like anybody else. Um, and we are not our characters all the time. There are pieces of us in our characters. Yes. And those pieces come from the experiences that we've had or that we know that somebody else has had, and we put that into the character as part of the character's development. You agree?
I agreed.
Yes.
Agreed.
So I'm going to throw it to you.
Okay. So first I want to start off by reading what Merriam-Webster has to say what the definition of acting up is.
Uh-huh.
So Merriam says
Hmm.
to act in a way different from that which is normal or expected, such as to behave in an unruly or capricious manner, to show off or to function improperly. So, if we were to use those guidelines, and I have my notes on my computer, so if I'm like this, you be looking at
You see me
looking
give a
at my notes.
side eye.
I'm like, I'll be like, what is she doing? Um, so this when we were talking about this topic, it made me think about something after work because when the lottery got up, and they don't have lottery in Nevada, so we got to go to Arizona or California. So
What?
my son and I and a coworker of mine drove to Arizona.
Mhm.
So my son was driving, and I'm in the front, she's in the back, and we're like talking. Just it's normal to me. And my son is funnier than I am. He's like me, times 10. I
Yeah.
think he's a riot. So we're just driving along, and all of a sudden she's like, "Oh my God, Danielle, you're the same outside of work as you are at work." And I was like, "What?" I'm like, "Yeah," but she was like surprised,
Hmm.
and I wasn't. The level of surprise that she had, I was like, "Well, who the hell do you think I am then at work?" Like, I don't know. But then it made me think maybe she doesn't feel freed up or comfortable to be herself, whether at work or outside of work.
Yeah.
And I tend to overthink. So I started overthinking, like, well, who are you? Who are you, lady, that I work with? You never know. Not that I think she's got like bodies in a crawl space or anything like that, but
Oh God.
you
No.
know, sometimes you come across people, you'd be like,
Mm-hmm.
yep, give you about five
What
more
you
years, you're
talking
gonna be on CNN. Mm-hmm.
about? Yeah, I thought of a couple of actors. One would be Jaleel White from Family Matters. He plays Steve Urkel.
Yeah.
Stefan. He's an excellent actor. But I watched an interview of him on Unsung, and he's such a laid back, easygoing kind of guy. Really, really nice. But I think one of the things that irritates him, he does not like to be called Urkel
Mhm.
because he's not Urkel.
Yeah.
He's Jaleel White when he's
Yeah.
not a character, right?
Hmm.
And I guess when you portray a character that long and you're that good, that's how that people see you like that all the time. So when you step out of your realm and they say, "Oh, you, you're not that person," no, we're not. Another good example would be Vivica A. Fox, and when she portrayed Jasmine, stripper in Independence Day,
Mm.
and her mom, it's an interview she did. She was talking about her mom got upset and she had to tell her mom that's not me. That's just a character I play. That is not me. So it's like we're constantly defending ourselves, no, I'm not this person. Really, I'm not,
Mm.
you know. Sometimes I think, well, I've heard people say this person, I can't think of anybody off the top of my head, but they're playing themselves.
Ah, yes. Yes. Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting concept. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Now, when you
So
say that, are you referring to like somebody that might be like a considered like a one note actor? Like they are the same in every role where you
there are
can't
some
even.
out there. I mean, not that they're horrible, they're
Yeah,
very good
yeah,
at it. Yeah, there are some, and they do it very well.
yeah.
And I guess they're at a comfortable level, they're just easy breezy.
That's what people want them for, is for that. Yeah. Yeah.
Yes. Yes. And
Mm.
that's a good thing. That's a very good thing. Yeah.
So when should we not be ourselves? Like when is it acceptable not to be
Mm,
ourselves? That's something I think about from time to time, because I believe in reading the room.
yes.
Period. You do that first. Whatever space you enter, you got to read the room, and that will dictate. And this is how I operate. That dictates to me how refined or reserved I need to be, or if
Mm-hmm.
I can let loose.
Yes.
So professionally, it's a good idea, or socially
Yes.
too, to read the room because you got to know when it's appropriate to hit those exits. You got to be paying attention enough with the other people in the room, uh,
Exactly.
to know when it's time to go.
Yes.
You
So
know,
true.
yeah, yeah.
There's that pressure. You know, I've I've had to I yeah, I've had to, okay, you can't do that here. I curse. Oh, you can't do that here. Even with my
What?
friends. Some of my friends don't they don't like it. Some of them don't curse, or they curse minimally, or they used to curse a lot. So I try to be nice about it. And then there's times I'm just like, listen, it's just gonna fly out my mouth today, girls. And they accept me for me.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
why they're my good friends. So there's some people that don't care for it. I won't mention any names. Yeah, we'll leave that there. But I don't care. I'm going to be me. But yeah, I know when to turn it on, turn it off.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so it's good to have that.
Do you think that there's that expectation to be like on all the time, like when people know that you're a performer and
Yes, there's
they
that.
just have an expectation like she's going to entertain us?
Yes, Jaleel White, right?
Yes.
Expecting him to be that person all the time, and he's not. Yeah, there's that pressure,
Mhm,
and I guess looking at it from the actor side, there are some who don't mind doing it, performing in their character.
mhm.
There are some that are very comfortable with it, and that's okay too. But I think that people out there need to understand, we need a break because again, what we do is emotional work. It takes a lot of emotion, a lot of effort to do that.
Yes.
Physical work.
It is work. It is work. It ain't just reading lines.
Exactly. As I so learned throughout my career.
Yes.
More
I
than reading the lines.
I keep a diary sometimes, a character diary, where
Mm.
I will write in character about my day or what I thought that day would be like as character.
Mhm.
Not all the time, but I've done it a few times with characters that I thought were kind of hard for me.
Yes. Yes.
And I'm like, I need to be you know, being this person like right now.
Yes.
So it's not such a shock to get to set and be like, okay, now I'm this person. Act now.
Turn it on.
Turn it on. Dee, 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 you know. But speaking of
Yes.
turning it on, I think I want to hear from our viewers because
Yes.
I don't think this just applies to performers. I think that
Absolutely.
there are a lot of people walking around being someone else or being a character
Mm-hmm.
for whatever reason
Mm-hmm.
to fit a certain mold,
Yes.
uh, or, oh, I just observe a lot. I think I've seen people pretend to be somebody else when
Yes.
they're dating because they don't want their
Yeah.
significant other to know the real them. And I'm like,
Yeah.
well, when you start oozing out, what's gonna happen then? Like, when is gonna be your debut of yourself? Like, that's a recipe for disaster.
Yeah, it
That
is.
could not turn out well, you
Yeah.
know? But
It's
then
like,
also,
go ahead.
why feel the need to to make yourself less
Mhm.
for
Fear,
somebody else?
fear of not being liked.
Oh my God, that's sad. But I will say that when I was like super, super churchy and religious, I no longer attend church,
Mhm.
but I felt like with my big old personality and all,
Mhm.
I couldn't, I couldn't like be my complete total self, because there's like rules and that's not ladylike. I
Yes.
haven't been ladylike. I was 6 years old playing with Tonka trunks, jumping out of trees and stuff. Like I have never really been like when I am forced to be ladylike, it's me being forced. And I don't mean I just was never a girly girl.
Mhm. Mhm.
So I never fit like I can act the part, but never fit just like
No, that's not me
in
either.
like makeup. Like if my brows are done,
Mhm.
it's a winner. Like that's a win for the day.
Winner, winner, chicken
Winner,
dinner.
yes, yes.
They look fabulous. They do.
Thank you. That's the only thing I put effort in this morning.
Yeah. Well, speaking of being our authentic selves, I didn't wear any makeup today. This is what I look like
Your
without
skin
makeup.
is flawless.
Thank you. I try.
Yes, girl. Yes.
And yes, and your skin is glistening too. It looks fabulous.
Thank you. This that Nevada sun coming in over there.
Ah, the Nevada sun. Hmm.
Yes.
So, are we out of time, or we got a
Um,
little
you
time
know
to?
what? It's hard to tell, but probably because I forgot to do the timer.
Okay.
But I will say, I got one more thing.
Yes.
I just had this thought.
Yes.
At my friend's wedding, I was the maid of honor,
Hmm.
and then I also signed as a witness for the for the certificate, right?
Wow.
So during the rehearsals, me and another young lady, we couldn't help it. Like all I gotta hear is one funny thing. Then that feel like that gives me the license to like piggyback off of that. And I feel like I'm at a stand-up, like I'm the stand-up comedian for the night. So like, we got chastised a little bit during one of the rehearsals. And I was like, okay, act like you're an adult. So
Mhm.
finally there's the wedding. There's still a little bit of laughter between me and the bridesmaid. So afterwards, we go back with the minister and everything for the witness. He goes, he goes, are you always like this?
Yes, sir.
And I said, yeah. And he says, that's good. He said, everybody needs somebody like you. Just
Yeah.
big personality, just laughing, everything's funny.
Yes.
I got some jokes sometimes. But I was like, thank you, Pastor. Thank you. He
Uh-huh.
appreciated this my humor. He appreciated it. Everybody don't always appreciate it. And that's okay. That's
Yes,
okay.
it is. Oh, real quick, I'm about to say what I'm about to say. Look at here, Mr. Jaleel White and Miss Vivica A. Fox. We ain't got no money. No Jaleel White money, no Vivica A. Fox money. But we would love for you all to come on the show.
Please, please. Come and act up, please.
Yes, come act up with us. So I'm gonna ring my bell. So yeah, please tell us your thoughts. How do you feel? What are you thinking? What pressures do you face every day? Why do you feel the way you do? Have you changed that? Have you worked on it to become your authentic self? So you want to take it away, Danielle?
Yes. Thanks, everybody. Thanks for watching. And please drop your comments about being authentic, your authentic self, your comments. And also, if you have any kind of topics that you want us to cover, drop those in the comments too. We
Please.
thank you for watching. We thank you for supporting us and have a wonderful day.
Thank you.
Bye bye.